each other, they gonna build that. And that's what happened probably.
I ain't worried about that. We're in the hood, shoot a side video, 3630, that's what it is. I was with this shit start, tell this shit out. Oh, before we get in there, let's bring our guests on because we need to put him into the situation because this is one of his expertise situations that me and him also have conversations about a lot. So we want to bring him in so he can join. We get to y'all questions. Hey, we say everybody talking and chiming in. We're gonna get there. We gonna introduce our guest tonight, and he's gonna come in with us to have his say so. Trust me, y'all gonna wanna get in on this.
Go ahead, man.
Today we have staple in this town, been around for years, man. Big business guy, known for years, man. He's been from plays to music, CEOs. I mean, you name it. He done a lot in this town, man. He's coming on today as a guest, Mr. CEO himself, as we call him, because he's always been a boss since I know him. Mr. Cornelius Adams, y'all.
Yeah. How's it around?
Around there,
You come to that behind that, y'all.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
He did tell me. My bad. He did give me specific instructions.
See, that's what bosses want to do. Do their own motherfucking thing.
Yeah,
that's the problem now, you know what I mean?
A big fella. What's up, baby? What's going on with you?
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Gentlemen.
Now, Cornelius, I know I want to bring you in on and let everybody know where you came from, how you started, how you got to where you at, how you became Mr. CEO, all these things. But we right now we're talking about something that me and you talk about. We done had heated conversations about. So we're gonna bring you on this. Then we're gonna get back to how you became who you are today. So let's get to that question you're about to answer.
The call.
We coming, calls. Don't worry about it. We coming. We see
You
y'all.
had to save the life of those other girls. She called the cops. She should have stayed in the house. I can get with that.
That's what I'm
Knowing
saying.
that the cops were coming, the adults was at fault for allowing her to leave out the house.
Bingo.
And that's what this call. That's what this call we have saying too.
Hold on. I can say he did what he was supposed to do, save lives. He ordered her to drop the knife, and she continued to swing it.
That's all I'm saying. He did what he was supposed to do. Like I said, all the way around, it's just a fucked up situation. He was damned if he do, damned if he don't. If he shoot her, that's a tragedy. If he don't shoot and she stabbed the other girl, now her family going through a tragedy. So it was just a tragic situation. What this caller said on here was perfectly right. Karamaki, whatever her name is,
What she said?
what she said was right. She blamed the parents because the parents should have been able to take care of the situation.
I'm gonna go deeper than that. All right? We as a people gotta do better. Black people. You know what I mean?
Well, we say that every week.
It was more than one adult outside watching.
Exactly.
This
was this caller is saying,
right? So, but how are our children going so far astray, right? It's acceptable now. People always putting fights up on YouTube, fights up on, and they had tons of likes, right? Hundreds of thousands of likes. We need to destroy this whole idea of us as people wanting to see our people fighting and just acting crazy and belittling ourselves as a race. You know what I mean? We got to do better. And shame on all those adults who are out there who did not intercede in that and stop that. Because it's their fault, not the police fault. He did what he was supposed to do. And,
and it's just that there's so much tension already that it just, and the timing of it happening, you know what I'm saying, it just made it such a screwed up situation.
Can you answer, and our question was, how did you feel pre-video, post-video? To make a long story short. That's how we all answer the question, so you can understand where we came in from.
Me personally, I don't get caught up in emotions.
Did you see pre-video or post-video?
I didn't see nothing, Fred. I just heard, no, they shot somebody else.
Of course, yeah, I know.
I don't get caught up in emotions. I get caught up in facts.
Right.
My business rely on facts. I'm making money because I rely on facts. I don't allow my emotions to bother my business, and I don't allow that to bother my everyday life. So when I heard that another black person got shot by the police, first thing I said, I want to hear the details.
Right.
And then I will make my decision on how I feel, which way. Man, listen, there's always a rotten apple in every bunch. There's some bad police.
No question.
I don't care, it's bad ministers. You know what I mean?
Oh, we getting that. Don't worry about it. We're going to get that. We're going to get that.
But man, when you look at what police, and I'm not justifying any police shooting anybody,
exactly.
Right? But what I'm saying is, police are human as well. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, every time I see like interaction, I just saw something on TV the other day. Police asked a dude, he had like 5 police up on him, right? And he had a warrant, right? And instead of him just getting locked up, he wanted to resist, and they whooped his ass. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to say to yourself, am I going to the hospital walking,
or they gonna carry?
Or I'm going in with a tube in my mouth. Mm-hmm. So we got to start making a conscious effort to know the law, because when you know the law, you know how to interact with police officers.
Well, he know the law because he knew he had that warrant, so that's why he was trying.
He was
trying to get away.
But no, he couldn't get away. That's what I'm saying. He couldn't get away though. One had his arm on it, right?
Did it right, yeah.
And so he even gave himself up by putting his hand behind his back. Then all of a sudden, when they try to put the handcuffs on, he wanted to fight. For what though? And all the people, why you beating that brother up? You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is what I'm trying to tell my people. We got to get out of that nonsense. It's bullshit, really.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Every time a police pull you over, you ain't got to have an attitude, right? Even if you don't like it, learn how to deal with it, right?
Right.
And if the police is wrong, you deal with him later.
We come from that area. You don't think that dynamic of police officer, something has changed. Yeah. I don't know if it's the people and the way they react to the police or the police react to the people.
No, I'm gonna tell you
something has changed. I've been chased 10,000 times. I've been in 20 house raids. I've been like, I never thought they was gonna run in and shoot me. I never felt like
I never felt like I was gonna die.
So we come from
that's what I'm saying. So something changed.
I'm going to tell you. So we come from an era where when you in the streets and you doing something, criminals, they understood the code. If you ran from the police and got caught, you was getting your ass.
Right.
And you knew that.
Right. Right.
So you made a decision.
So once you get caught, you just lay out.
I'm gonna get my ass whipped.
You ain't gonna
but before you run, what do you making that decision? Can I get away?
Can I get away? Right.
If you can't get away, then I'm going to jail. But even if you go to jail, you know I'm gonna get a bail. I might not get a bail. I'm gonna sit. Criminals know the system. Tell me when the last time you seen a stone hardened criminal get killed by the police.
It's never a storm. No, it's never them.
No, you getting killed by the police? Everyday people is doing goofy shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good point.
and I'm not like dissing my folk. I'm just saying, when you're doing something criminalistic, I don't care if it's writing a back check or, whatever it is, that's still illegal, and you can still potentially go to jail, right?
Absolutely.
So you need to understand what you are getting yourself into if the police is called on you.
Oh, we got to. We cut you off, but this here. The call is always first, right?
Absolutely.
So this one caller said, I can't stand for no reason. I can't. She said it's true, but I can't stand when we come off wrong for no reason. What did you just kind of explain what we just talked about? Like, we not coming off wrong for no reason. I just think now criminals seem like they don't know how to react to.
They're not criminals though. That's the thing.
Well, yeah,
They're everyday people doing criminal stuff. They really
their
don't know how to-
reaction is the first thing we always say is like, yo, I would have done that.
Right.
Like,
Yo, I'm seeing some stuff like, yo, for real?
Right.
You trying to get yourself shot?
The first thing I say as a criminal, as a person that's been in these situations, oh, I would have moved like that. Or my hands would have been there, or I would have, I look at the faults of I hate to say it, but I always look at the fault of the person that we talk, the criminal.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. Criminals are the nicest cats when the police run up on them. For real, they don't want to go to jail.
People who legitimately break law.
Right, they don't want to go to jail, right? They know
Right.
if I'm nice.
We try to finesse this out.
Right, try to finesse it out, right? How many times guys been dirty and they got pulled over? That how you doing, officer? You know what I mean? And they dirty.
Yeah.
It's always the one that like, what the hell you pulled me over for? You know what I mean? All in the right. And I'm not saying you should not be. The police still, no matter how you act, the police don't have no right to shoot you or kill you. That's not what I'm saying. But it is a thing called a cause and reaction. And we all know police, they really live off their pride. You know what I mean?
Right.
And once you mess with their authority, they're gonna lash out.
Right. So my thing is that, okay, as a man, I'm gonna respect you.
Right.
But I don't care what your authority is or what power is or your ranking or your position, politician, whoever. Once you fail to respect me,
That go out the window.
that goes out the window.
Goddamn right.
And like you said, you can handle it later. Right. We're gonna handle it later, but don't think I'm gonna be Mr. Nice Guy now while we handle this process. You do what you need to do. But guess what? You're gonna get not a bitten tongue from me now, due to the fact that you
cross
do the
that
respect out the window. And then also I will swing that pen, because I know what that pen can do is mightier than a sword.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So that's how you do it. But so people, we go too far with the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? We go too left. And what we need to do is just
Tone it down a little bit.
tone it down a little bit and kill them in a nice sense of way, but make sure you push that pen. And that's what's wrong with us.
Yeah, please.
We don't push the pen as we should. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're supposed to push that pen, man,
I'm
and
gonna
reach
tell
out to the right people.
Yeah, that's still a hard thing to get. You know, we still have
I got any ice or?
ice right there. Here, take one of these.
Cause my sister brought some ice. I got that good ice.
Huh?
My sister brought some ice right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I travel with ice.
Oh yeah, no, we got ice machine back here. Everything here, yo, ice machine, stove, whatever you need.
Let me see something.
You got sandwiches, what you need to heat up, whatever
I'm
you
pouring
got.
that cup though. You got sandwich?
No. Everything you need is here, son.
Thank you, baby. No, but so I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, right? My daughter, she just got a new car, right?
Right.
And she's up at her house, but she's being independent. She wanted to get her tag and all that shit herself. Instead of letting me do it, which I didn't mind, right? But the tax and title place gave her the wrong tags for her car.
Right.
And so she got pulled over. When she got pulled over, when the police came, she politely said, I'm gonna call my father. I got my truck, swung over there, and I got there, it was like 5 police cars behind her one little teeny car.
Right.
I got out my truck, walked up, aggressive, not fussing anything. The first thing that police officer said to me, you have a respectful young daughter. And the first thing she said to me, I'm calling my father.
Right.
First thing she said, and he said, I respected that, and we waited, because she said, my father is coming. And we waited because we sensed that you was coming, and which I did. So technically, they supposed to tow the car. I told the police with a nice but stern voice, "You're not towing my daughter's car. We live right around the corner. You can take the tags. I'm gonna ride behind her, and we going home. You know, she all her stuff, her registration, and all that was legit though. They just gave her the wrong tag. So I wasn't confrontational, but yet they saw that I was not to be played with. I didn't challenge the authority, but I just let them know that, hey,
Cause you a man.
I'm a man.
That's all.
This is the wrong. This ain't, and the county police, they love traffic. That's all they do.
That's
They itching to talk.
It's
You know what I mean?
That's
It's
highlight.
it's money. It's
So-
finances.
So
The highlight. They got something coming to them. I believe we roll now though.
I made
But
them.
go-
I made them respect me in the manner how I spoke to them. You know what I mean?
And that go a long way though.
And I said to them, I know she
That go a long
and
way.
then I told them, I know she got to get a whole bunch of tickets, which she did, right? I didn't like, why you got to get tickets? And I knew she was going to get tickets because she, at the end of the day, she's still wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So she got a gang of tickets. I knew she was going to beat it in court. And he even said it, your stuff is legit, but we got to give you something, So, I tell people we got to teach our kids, our neighbors, how to deal with the police. Everything is not rah-rah, even when you don't like when they pull you over.
You know I want to correct you on that because you said she was wrong. She wasn't wrong.
Well, no, she was. She
Yeah,
was.
well,
She was
but
no,
in the
right.
wrong.
I'm talking about the situation.
Right. She was put in a foul situation.
Right.
Don't say she was wrong because we don't want nobody looking at her and say, oh, she was wrong.
Right.
No, she was put in a foul situation.
And like I teach my kids, you ain't gotta be, why you pull me over? All that. You know what I mean? Because that can.
You know why? All that do is escalate things.
Escalate.
Doing
what
all that just escalate.
But you know what that come from? Us interacting with us.
Right.
That's how we just take the police out of the situation. That's how we black people interact with each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Fighting in Walmart, fighting in Rite Aids, fighting over parking spaces.
In the airport.
In the airport, like
Wonder why you can't ride a plane no more.
right. And you notice these ain't stole hard criminals doing this shit. You like go down to Miami, they down there just fighting. It's just like
Right.
it's just crazy. So we got to do better as a people. Let me tell you something.
Isn't that my saying on here?
We no one's gonna respect us as a race till we start respecting ourselves.
Damn right. I agree with that. I totally agree
And
with
you
that.
get respect
Facts.
by getting economical power.
Facts.
Until we start controlling the stuff we doing, right now, I call it blackism.
Right.
Blackism is what rules the world. Our clothes, our food, our style, our language. Everybody wants to be us.
Everybody.
But we the last person on the totem pole to capitalize.
Capitalize. Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Why is that? Because we
Black-
allow it.
We only 11% of the population of this country. Yet we spend more money than every race.
That's why.
On the face of this
But
planet, on the
see,
face of this
that's why. Because once we start saving, now nobody's spending no money like we. Because ain't nobody else spending money like we are. So now we start being smart and with that wisdom of how we know how to manage our
It's not
money.
even about us saving. It's about us owning our own
Right.
things and spending it with each other.
Fact, that's
Well,
what
yeah,
I
that's
said.
true. That's
so,
true.
So
Keep your
then
money
you
in your
start to
neighborhood.
cut. Then you start to cut them out. Yeah,
But you gotta save first so you can get the money so you can buy it.
people, man.
And if you don't buy
I'm
it,
a history buff. I love history.
and if you don't buy it, then you don't have it.
But listen, buy for your own
If you, a lot of
See,
people
there we go
see,
again. We
listen,
buy for our people as we.
listen, I understand what you're saying, but
Okay.
what I'm saying is, right?
All right.
People hear about it, but people don't do their homework. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, man. People do that if they ever did their homework and saw what them people had, and this is why these people burn this stuff down. In a day and a half, yo, these people went from owning everything, their own bank. Yo, they had their own
To
banks.
own nothing.
They didn't have to go nowhere. They didn't have to go to the white man to get no money
Actually,
to
the
buy
white
that
man was
house
coming.
that
The white man was coming to
They,
them.
they
to borrow
had
money.
everything. They own markets.
I'm gonna blow y'all away with this.
Everything. They had everything.
I'm gonna blow y'all away with this.
They were living well, suited and booted every day. They drove
Right.
nice cars.
Yeah.
Everything.
But guess what though? People can say, let's start another Black Wall Street. We already have it. It just ain't, and it's just not in one central place.
Yeah.
Do you know how many
Yeah.
black millionaires we have? You know how many black clothing designers, business? That's all Black Wall Street. Black
Yeah.
Wall Street shouldn't just be one specific place. That's the beauty of where we at now. We can make money all over the place
Anywhere,
now, right?
anywhere
And we
in the
do
world.
have a Black Wall Street. People, I love the history too, right? But we don't need just to have a specific place to be black or by black. No, we universal now.
Yeah.
You know, and we got computers, and
Technology.
laptop, technology. That's
Made
what
it
make our
different.
power even more stronger now.
Right.
We can do, listen, you can press a button right here and buy something in Africa right now, right?
Yeah. No
Instead
question.
of going to
And it'll be here tomorrow.
Right. Instead of somebody going to a physical, say, "Oh, I can only get it on the
Shit,
Black
that should
Wall
be
Street."
John. That
Really,
should be
you're
fucking
taking
months
away
away.
your power capabilities just in one central place. But it's a good idea. But I think sometimes when people talk like that, they really don't understand. I think they caught up in the whole facade. Oh, we need our own little like Chinatown. No, man, listen. We beyond that. We bigger than that now. We have grown and we have more power than we ever had in lifetime, right?
Okay.
Like you
We
said,
just need to focus our mind to be
I
unified.
tell people all the time, black culture runs this world. If you go to Japan, you got rappers in Japan now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where rap start with? Us.
And I-
You got
and-
rappers.
and
You
not
go to
even that,
Tokyo.
R&B.
You got some of the
everything.
best rappers in Tokyo right now. You understand what I'm saying? Out the way we dress, everybody dress like we dress. You see white boys with cornrows now.
Got no one genre of music.
Number one.
Number one.
And been for years now. You know what I mean? I mean, we just we run the world. Like you say, we just don't capitalize
A lot. Well,
on what it is that
well,
we
we
do.
And you know why?
I know
What?
why. I'm gonna tell you why. What I think why. We're selfish.
Definitely that. Crabs in the
We're
barrel
selfish.
a lot of times.
Oh, we
no,
definitely
no,
crab.
We got that
no,
mentality.
no.
We got that mentality.
You all have to stop that. The
No.
crab in the
I don't believe
barrel.
crab in the barrel.
You have to stop that.
Why?
Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
I see
you
it
have to
every
stop.
day.
No,
Why we
no.
need to stop it?
I'm gonna tell you why you have to stop the crab in the barrel. If you get crabs, you put them in the barrel, right? They're grabbing one crab. All of them grabbing them. You know why he grabbing them?
To pull his ass back down.
You know why? No, but you know why they pulling them back
They're
down?
trying to get out. They want to get
Because
out.
they trying to get out.
No.
That's what they do.
No. I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They know you. They know that you're in danger. They know that you're in an environment that which you're not supposed to be in that environment. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold you down so all of us can try to hold you down by we getting together with
I've never
strength.
heard that philosophy before. I like that.
Well, yeah, that's how it go.
I like that.
That's how it go.
I like that.
No,
But let me tell you
I
something.
disagree.
But I don't believe in the
Okay,
crabs in the
disagree.
barrel the old way because I'm gonna use myself for example. I don't have crabs in the barrel because I don't care who in the barrel. You know, if I'm doing my thing and you keep worrying about who trying to put, I'm on a level where I ain't. Only way you gonna pull me down is you got to be standing next to me. But if you standing next to me, that means you doing the same type of business. That means we prospering together, right?
Exactly.
Only person gonna try to bring me down is somebody who's way
In
down
distance,
there,
right.
on my level. I'm not there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to surround yourself.
Real.
If you surround yourself around
That's facts.
people that's pulling you down,
That's
then
facts.
you really ain't really moving.
Around the right
So
people.
true,
You're
bro.
around the right person.
So true.
Right? So crabs in the barrel, when people and nothing
That
else
is so
things,
true.
say this.
That's what I live by.
When people start saying crabs in the barrel, the cat ate the worm, and all this crazy saying, look at them. Look at
Listen.
them
Yeah,
first.
the people that said
At the end of the day,
Look at
at the end
them
of the day, we can say that all day, but the mentality is still there.
Right, look at
You
them
can
first.
sit there and say it. You can sit there and say it. The mentality is still there though. Y'all saying that don't change the mentality.
It does
of these
say it's
people
always
that have that
people
crab
that-
in the barrel mentality.
A dude
And
said
as
that-
black folks, we have it.
A dude said that to me one day, right? Yo, y'all trying, and he said, yo, we was talking, I seen crabs in the barrel. He ain't even have a driver's license. I said, yo, you 35 and ain't got no driver's
It's a
license.
mentality,
What barrel you in? Like,
It's a
what
mentality.
crab? Why you saying crab in the barrel?
Why you saying
Right,
you only
right.
got the right to say
Right,
it?
that's
Right.
what, so you gotta look at the people sometimes saying that stuff. I'm like, yo, who pulling you down? You ain't got a license. Who trying to pull you back in the barrel? You ain't got a goddamn driver's license.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes some folks be just saying stuff to be cliche-ish and just everybody got an opinion. That's a great thing about America. We have that freedom of speech. But everybody should not be just saying anything. There's some goofy stuff going on.
It's ain't the person, like you said, it's always the person that you're looking at saying you don't even have the right to say that. It drives me crazy.
Dude told me, no, you can't make it in Baltimore. You can't. You gotta go to Atlanta. I said, you know how many starving artists there are in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I said, you know how many
yeah.
people in Atlanta say I can't get on? So I said, though, have you been to Atlanta? No. How the hell you know?
It's all, right, I'm saying, it's always the person that saying they can't, that ain't put the work in to see where you can't.
You have to put the homework in.
Yeah, and it blew me away that you've never been to Atlanta, but you got to go to Atlanta to get on. How do you know?
Right. They don't.
You don't. And who do you know is successful in the rap game? You know, so this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to look at where the information coming from, and you know, and you got to like, okay.
No, see, you gotta do what I do. You distance yourself from it. I don't even deal with foolishness. Anybody know me already know I don't even deal with foolishness. That's why when dudes see me, they always ask, yo, where you be at? Right where I need to be. Away from this dumb shit that y'all in here talking about.
You know what I love to do? When I hear the foolish shit, not going for the kill. I go right to the juggler. I start teaching. But you got to see your foolishness. So I do believe.
Well, you can't teach everything.
That's just like in my business when everybody talk to me about when they started asking about the fake stuff is this real. I totally block it out.
Exactly.
Because my thing
you
is,
distance yourself from the fools.
I'm not around for. Don't ask me if I'm not around. I've never even seen it.
Right.
You asking the wrong person.
Right.
You
don't know what the fake is. You
talking about people that. You know, these people be the people that been out the flea market.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I haven't been there. I don't know. I know what the real look like.
Right. And that's again. And even if you choose to sometimes say, listen, like you just said, I don't know what fake is. I've never seen it, but let me show you something real. This is real look, and you educate them. So hopefully they would say, you know what, I'm gonna try to, you know, how much does it cost for me to get the cheapest real bag or whatever. I do think as black people again too, we get so irritated with each other that we don't want to educate, or like Terrence said earlier, some folks are selfish. What I know, I was what I know, and I'm not gonna tell nobody else. But at the end of the day, we gotta start loving. We gotta be unified. We have to start sharing. And watch how we go as a race. You know, I don't ever talk about putting nobody down. That ain't what I do. I mean, I crack jokes and stuff all the time. But anytime I can educate somebody, I tell somebody, quit. You give me 3 months, I'll change your life.
Let me explain to you what I was talking about. But see, my thing is what I was saying. It's not even about the rappers fake or real, right? The first thing coming to my mind is the mentality and where you at. Once you start shopping what they call third party,
right.
we basically third party. When you start shopping third parties, I understand it's out there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But you as a person, you can't come into that world and then be paranoid.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you want to go third party and you know there's stuff out there like that, you ain't know you ain't. You can't go in there trying to police it. I'm not trying to police it. I just do what I do. You get what I'm saying?
And also you got to learn how you fit in, how you, like you said, you got to.
I try to explain to a dude that not too long. He said I was being disrespectful. Cause I'm trying to explain to him how to go about being in third party.
Right.
I told him, I said, yo, look, listen, you don't have to ask me if something fake or real, right? Do the history.
Right.
Google me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Do the research on the person you're buying it from.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Do the research. If you do the research, you don't have to, because you asking me what point does that make? You get what I'm saying? If I went to somewhere, if I went to New York and went to, where was that on Canal
Street,
and start asking them if it's fake or real, what sense does that make?
You already know all the shit down there is
Even if it ain't, even if it is, even if somebody might have came through there with some real stuff, it doesn't matter. Right. I know where I'm at. You got to understand that. I hate the people that act like they don't understand that. So my thing is, if you don't have the money, right? So because this is all. See, then when you get to that, then people get you down and you degrade me.
Right.
No, because this is what this is. This is for the people that's trying to save a couple dollars. I understand it's other things that's going on out there. You get what I'm saying? But you know you take the chance in this field here. Right.